So I'm Daniel Magnino. I'm a project manager. My graduation is actually in information systems. I graduated. My bachelor is. I took my course in Brazil. So I graduated there. I went for an MBA course with focus on project management. This is probably back in 2009-ish. Not to disclose my age here, but yeah. So ever since I started studying project management, so I jumped into the first opportunity that passed in front of me, and I've been doing that for more than 10 years now. So I currently work for Best Buy, which is my first company in Canada. So 5 years ago, I moved from Brazil to Canada as an immigrant, as many others, so no different. And here I am, so managing multi-million projects for Best Buy. I'm happy to do that. And again, dealing with new culture, new people, new ways of doing, new ways of approaching ethics. Again, all in the topic of this conversation, it could not be a better alignment than moving to a different culture and rebuilding your understanding of work environment, of the human relationship, and what is allowed, what is not, what is of good taste, what is not. All of these is a learning curve for any professional, regardless of the field. But again, changes are here. They will always be here. You just need to adapt. Yeah, it's interesting. My dad, he used to say that if you master people, you master everything else. And ever since he said that, and I remember, I have good memories, childhood memories of seeing him dealing with people, talking to people, caring about them, and respecting their feelings. All of these I learned from him just by observing, which is probably the best way of learning something. And ever since I saw him doing that, it amazed me how people got into the emotion and the way he was literally caring about them. And I said, I want to do that. So I want to deal with people in this way. I want to hear from them, learn from them, teach what I can teach, and exchange. So, and to me, life is about this. It's about exchanging good experience, bad experiences. And at the end, as a bottom line, we are all learning all the time, right? And that's why I fell in love for project management, because it was an opportunity for me to continue to put into practice my graduation, the field that I learned, again, technology, computer science, and all those things. I had the opportunity to put that into practice, and at the same time, I had the opportunity to deal with people. And that's what project management has to offer, or had to offer me at the time, and still it has offered me a lot of opportunities to put my knowledge into practice and learn more and know more people. Regretting, it's something very tricky, because what you regret about, or the thing that you regret, is actually what made you stronger. Is where the learning process actually happened. So we all know that when we fall, we learn more than when we are not making mistakes or falling. There, on the top of my head, there's nothing major that I regret doing. I've been able, and I've been lucky, or perhaps I'm just being hard work enough to be able to accomplish most of the things that I planned for my life. Again, it's not to be a rich person, a millionaire. It's not about that. I had a dream as a kid to work for a big company, to move abroad, and to be able to do that and bring my family abroad too. So here I am. I'm working for the biggest retail company in Canada. I'm doing what I like to do. My family's here with me, and I'm speaking a different language now. But I don't feel like any empty spot in my mind of something that I should have done or I wanted to do, and I have not. First of all, because I still have time. Second of all, because it doesn't matter if you rush, it will happen when it has to happen. And again, it's all about you controlling your emotions. It, Speaking like this, it sounds like, okay, it's an easy path. There's nothing going wrong for this guy. No, actually not. There are tons of things that go wrong. But the way you face these challenges, the way you deal with them is what matters the most. So the pandemic that we're currently facing, it's forcing us to rebuild ourselves from scratch, to reassess our values, to reassess what we believe we are or we should be, the way we should manage our lives, our careers. So everything is in an instant and very aggressive change. So it's all in the same pot, and you're mixing everything together, and later on you're gonna figure out what comes out from that recipe that you're using for your new life after the pandemic. So we're learning, we're always learning. Yeah, so let's align on what ethic is regardless of the environment or the context that we apply it, right? These are the principles that we use to do everything in our life. So, and work environment is no different. So there is a Brazilian philosopher that says you have to consider three aspects for everything you do, and this is ethic. So you have to consider one thing: do I want to do it? Second thing is, am I able/capable of doing this? And the third one is, should I do it? So there are things that you want, you are able to, but you should not do. There are things that you should do, but perhaps you don't want or you're not capable of. So the happy path of everything that we do in terms of ethic is when what you want is what you are able to do and what you should do. So when you have the combination of these three, you have your happy path. So it's just a cruise speed flood. So in a work environment, work ethics to me is you bringing 100% of yourself to the best you can on that day and the day after that, knowing that some days you're not going to be doing as much as you could or with the efficiency that you could, but some days you're going to do that in a certain way that will compensate the day before. So the most important thing in the bottom line in terms of work ethic is that you have to respect people that work with you in a way that they are carrying their portion of the weight and you have to carry yours. If you do not, or they do not, it will be too much weight for either one to carry. And that's where work ethics comes into play. So it's an exchange, it's a relationship, and we have to find that mutual purpose that binds us in that work environment.